I think that the Disney Plus brand held Andor back, and I think that the aggressively family-friendly and franchise-only brand identity that Disney has built over the past few years has alienated all potential audiences that don't give a fuck about Star Wars or Marvel and actually just want great storytelling. Because now that the show is completed, like, I can confidently say that I think that this is one of the greatest TV shows of the modern age. It's definitely one of the best of the decade so far, but it's just flat out one of the most excellent pieces of media I've ever seen by every metric. And if Andor had been on HBO, for example, I think that this film would not only be a huge awards contender, which I don't think it's going to be, despite the fact that it deserves to be, but I also think everyone would be talking about it. I think that Andor has obviously occupied a large space in an existing fandom on the internet exclusively, but I don't know many people in the real world that actually watch this show. I know several people in like the TV media space, and even a lot of them are not caught up or haven't even watched the first season of this show. And the interesting thing to me is, despite the fact that Disney is known as like an entertainment juggernaut, like one of the largest entertainment companies in the world, incredibly powerful, incredibly wealthy, this is a problem that I would say is specific to Disney Plus. Because even though like Netflix is kind of a joke for people, even people who aren't tapped into the media and entertainment world, understand that there's a lot of like slop on Netflix, but Netflix is also capable of pulling out an Adolescence or a Baby Reindeer or a Squid Game, because people understand that the content there is kind of a roll of a dice, and the way it's advertised to consumers is very, very different. They understand that their consumers are people of all kinds who are looking for all kinds of different things, and that's why Netflix works. Disney has really boxed themselves into a corner by trying to appeal to everyone, and therefore having such a broad appeal that it's specific to no one. And it feels like a lot of people are just not interested anymore. Now, this isn't to say that Andor hasn't been successful. It has been. I just think it deserves so much more success, and I think that specifically the Disney Plus brand is what's stopping a lot of people from even taking interest in it, because I don't think a lot of people associate the Disney Plus brand with a show of this level of maturity. And that's not even mentioning the storytelling, the world building, the characterization. Like, this show is genuinely a masterpiece that deserved a Game of Thrones level of success. Like, it is of that caliber, I would argue higher. And it's also fun and exciting as hell and requires no prior knowledge of Star Wars. But I don't think people would even believe me if I told them that, because it's on Disney Plus. And this is one of the drawbacks of having a very specific and very strong brand identity, especially when it comes to distributing your own media, because like, this is why it was confusing to me when they incorporated like the Netflix Daredevil and Jessica Jones and put them on Disney Plus. Like, it just doesn't make sense that it would be there. And I feel like it can just be confusing to consumers. Similarly, I think HBO might struggle with this when they have their Harry Potter series, which ostensibly is going to be marketed to children, but I don't know. But HBO is certainly a network that has not been associated with children's content ever. So it's interesting. Andor is a once-in-a-lifetime miracle of a show, and regardless of what you think of Disney Plus or Star Wars, I highly, highly recommend checking it out.